All right, in our Biz Blitz, let's just say a lot of bucks for that booty, for all their booties, because the Kardashians just signed a record $100 million deal to continue their reality show for another 4 years on E! Mark Serrano is delighted, as is Melissa Francis, and they say this is why capitalism is great. Any ass can make it. Melissa, can you believe that?
No.
I can't believe it.
I can't. I can't even sit through an episode of that show. I've never seen one. I've tried, but I can't.
I saw the Heine thing. I saw the Heine thing.
It's so boring, but it kills in the demo. I mean, it's like these young kids watch it. That's who the advertisers are trying to influence. And you got to give them credit. I mean, there's a shape in there.
I'll tell you.
It's tawdry. It's so bad. But you know what? You can't argue with success. These people had a plan. The plan.
Capitalism grand.
Look, the $100 million is nothing. E! Networks is owned by Comcast. They were smart for doing this deal. But let me tell you, the cross-marketing that they do, Kim Kardashian has an app that she launched this year.
Yeah.
It's made $200 million.
Yeah.
She's made $85 million herself in the first year of operation.
No, it's amazing. I mean, they've taken all the way to the bank on smoke and mirrors. There's really nothing underneath any of this. I mean, it started with the sex tape. You got to remember.
Right.
I'm sure you remember.
I don't remember.
Right?
Could I ask you this, and I don't want to digress, the Heine, famous Heine shot.
Yeah.
Was that her Heine? Come on, Francis. Serious journalists want to know.
I think it was. My personal opinion, not that I looked really closely, was that it was photoshopped.
All right, I'm just saying 50 mil a cheek. All right, now on to issue 2. Quit cursing at your cable provider. Pretty soon you can go right to Washington, a bitch, because without you even knowing it, the government quietly rolling out what it's calling control of the internet, your cable bills, what you see, how long you see it, how much you're going to pay for it. Mark, you've had enough of it.
This is about free market collapsing, right? So the internet was created out of
free market goes, Kardashians win.
Hello. Entrepreneurialism created the internet, and it now has a straitjacket on it because of the regulatory game plan of the Obama administration. And look, net neutrality is like this. Let's say you've got a beachfront property, 3,000 square feet in the Hamptons. I've got a 3,000 square foot home in Schenectady. It's like saying they have the same market value. That's what this is like. And it's outrageous.
You get the government involved, it's a disaster, especially when you're talking about technology. They're always one step behind, and so now they're going to get in and regulate the thing. What could possibly go wrong? The post office.
Over 330 pages of this that they say we're not going to get to read.
And the next step is going to be taxing everything that moves on the internet. There are 693 days left in the Obama administration, in case you weren't keeping count.
You have this daily count.
I'm keeping count, okay?
All right.
So that's what we're going to
now on to issue 3. Add TJ Maxx now. Going to bat for its workers, following the likes of Walmart, hiking the minimum wages there to $9 an hour. Now, the company's claiming they're doing all of this on their own, or are they just trying to beat Washington to the point? Well, Melissa, you say it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the private sector is doing this for itself. We
talk to business owners all the time who say that they do this because they want to retain the better workers. So they're doing it. That's fantastic. You don't need the government to get involved. They're providing higher paying jobs because those are the folks they want to hire. At the same time, there's somebody else paying less to those that TJ Maxx doesn't want.
And they don't want their workforce to wander. But that's a personal, competitive, private market decision.
Yeah, this is fantastic because now these two big companies are competing for the same workers, right? They've got to appeal to them one way. If the government was doing this by changing the minimum wage, what we would see is small business would have to put people, take their jobs.
You're right about that.
Right? So that's the big difference is you let the free market do this. The big companies are going to adjust to that market, but the small business won't have to let
But could I ask you this? If the government weren't pushing and the president wasn't pushing higher minimum wage, we didn't have all these protests all over the country, would these companies be doing this?
I think they would be to retain that talent. I mean, I think a store like that says that they want to pay a little bit more because they're trying to keep their workers from going across the street.
And the labor market is shrinking just a little bit right now.
Slightly.
So they're having to compete for those workers.
And those workers can go anywhere they want.
Yeah, so it's all about compensation benefits. They're going to have to compete for those workers. I think these companies are getting out ahead of the administration, but nonetheless, I think the market forces are
we could take this out of the debate. If whatever wages they're setting are pegged to inflation, we could drop this theater and that goes on every time this comes up.
Yeah. No, it is an interesting idea. I don't know why they don't do that.
All right, finally, another business alert for Fox Biz. Melissa, you've got a very big show debuting tonight.
I do. So, you know, Strange Inheritance, that's our show on the network. That's like Antiques Roadshow, but with family drama. It's even better. So, Unpacked is the show I'm doing that directly follows it, where I ask all the questions that sweet Jamie Colby is too polite to ask. We dig in deeper about the real fighting behind the scenes, what went on. We get to ask the follow-up questions. Also, there's some great clips.
Well, are you saying that JB is lousy?
I'm saying she's nice, and you know that I'm a little pushier than she is, I think. So I just really dig in there.
Jamie's emailing me now. Tell that good for nothing. No.
That's right.
So what are you going to do tonight? Then?
So tonight we are looking. They have this Stradivaria cello that they sold for about $6 million. We have some of the stories behind the scenes. For example, they left it in a cab once and almost lost it. That didn't make the show. We do like our own hearing test. We blindfold ourselves and see, can we tell the difference between the very expensive cello and the regular. It's a lot of fun. You got to watch 9:30, please. Come on.
Well, I know one person, Jamie Colby.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.